Hello everyone and welcome to the session. So in this video, we are going to discuss about process mapping. We already have seen that this is like an example of BPM flow diagram and a process designer needs to build this. Then what is this process mapping? So this process mapping is kind of similar thing which we have already seen. It's just that we need to map the functionality with the diagram which we have built. So we need to make it in such a way that user can understand or a developer can understand that this particular node is for which functionality, right? Because there should be some mapping. So it's not that we are just building the diagram in the mapping. We need to attach the functionalities. We need to attach the variables. We need to make it live, right? It's right now just a structure. When we talk about the design is just a structure. But when we talk about the mapping, it's the functionality, it's the implementation of it, it's the mapping of variables. What kind of functionality? There is a this decision thing. This we need to map. We need to add conditions inside this. Let's say there is an email node. So we need to add from to subject and details around it. So all that mapping we need to do that is according to what kind of business mapping we need to process mapping we need to do, we need to achieve with that particular process, right? So like it's a visual tool to document. So tool can be anything, right? Tool can be any kind of thing, but we need to do the mapping. We need to tell it the particular node, we need to explain the particular node, to document, to analyze, and to understand workflows. Because we need this workflow, whatever we are building, that needs to be very descriptive, very understandable to other person, to the developer, so they can build that same thing inside the tool, inside the BPM tool. It will help find inefficiencies. So if we build a process, then we can easily understand that if there is anything which is not effectively working, which is inefficient, right? So that we can find out. We can find out that if there is any redundancies. Let's say there is a task and uselessly we are assigning that task to multiple approvals, right? And only we need only single approval. So we need to remove the things which are not useful. Let's say there is a node here and this particular path will never get followed with the processing, right? There is a and gateway here, right? And gateway will execute this one also. So there are some things in the process, there are some waste in the process that we need to remove. There are some gaps in the process that we need to remove. That needs to be done by while doing the mapping. And there are common techniques like flowcharts, which we understand that the thing which we need to build in the process designing. And we have this BPMN. BPMN is the notations. Like for email, we use this. For gateways, we use this. And for user input task, we use this. So there are certain sets of standards which we need to follow. SIPOC is also input and output things. Swimlanes, we have discussed about this one already. So we have already seen the visual representation of how and where we need to do the process mapping at this place, right? So it's the same thing, but it's just putting down and making the workflow understandable, right? So that's the main difference. And we can achieve this with any kind of tool available, right? So that's all about this video. And we will be discussing more about the tools which are specifically used and what are that standards which we need to use. And there are certain roles in this BPM career which we need to follow according to our choice. So that we will be discussing in our upcoming sessions. Thank you.